first Lego League in 7th grade, and then I did first robotics in high school. I joined 2090. I don't really know why I joined. I don't know if it was my friends or my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Kennedy, was like, hey, you'd be good at engineering. And I said, okay. And robotics has something to do with engineering, so I went with it. Um, my roles, I don't remember what I did. I think I worked on electronics for a little bit, and I did some scouting with other teams a little bit, a lot of relations with other teams. I remember one time I snapped the blade from the bandsaw machine. That was pretty scary. I learned that you can't just jam in material into the bandsaw. Um, and I actually thought it was really fun when we used to just hang out with each other. Mr. Dengler had a huge impact on me, not in the sense of like specific engineering or robotics details, but just having the confidence and developing the confidence to go for something that I really am not comfortable with. And I think at the time, there wasn't a whole lot of girls on the team, and even currently, I'm in construction, and there's really not a lot of women in the field. But I think being a part of 2090 robotics, working with Mr. Dengler, and really helped develop my confidence in working in the engineering field.
The skills that I learned on the team were pretty invaluable. I don't think that I would have had as good a foothold in like how engineering works if I hadn't been on the team. And so that was like really, something that gave me a lot of stuff. The other thing, it was a lot of motivation for my studies. So like, math and science were cool and all of that, but without kind of the motivation behind it with the team, I don't think I would have tried as hard. So definitely something really impactful there. So yeah, as I'm recording this, we're currently in Houston in the 2019 F4C Championships at Worlds. We have our team here, so we're competing currently. So got to get some time to get the video in. But anyways, yeah, just some advice for some of the future members of 2090. Just kind of stick with it. Learning is the ultimate goal. The robot is just a vehicle to learn. So whether you do good or bad, as long as you're learning from the experience, that's what's really important.
My position in the robotics team was the workshop manager, which meant I had to make sure the workshop was all clean, everything was set up, all the tools were charged, and we had enough supplies for everyone to work with. I was also the pit boss for the 2012 competition. One of my fondest memories was the San Diego competition, because when I went there, I saw the other teams. It made me realize I needed to step up my game as a pit boss. So I had to make sure the whole pit was clean, everyone had enough space to work in, we had enough tools, all the batteries are charged, and everything was all set up. Another fond memory I had in San Diego was this one time we went to dinner at an Indian restaurant. And if you've ever been to an Indian restaurant, they offer you yogurt to cool your mouth. Now, me being a young, dumb teenager, I rejected the offer because I didn't like yogurt that much. But I instantly regretted that decision because it was the spiciest food I ever ate, and it just burned my mouth off. In terms of the impact the robotics team had on my life, I'd say it was one of the best experiences I had in high school and just my life in general. It taught me to be more organized, to plan things out better, and also gave me more practical experience with the tools and equipment, such as the bandsaw, the lathe, the drill press. It was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
When Mr. Herbert sheared a 1/4-inch bolt when tightening a nut. I remember me and Jordan trying to tighten the nut as hard as we could, as tight as we could, and Mr. Herbert coming over saying it wasn't tight enough and gave it 2 full turns, rotations before it just snapped off. It snapped the bolt off, and we were in awe of Mr. Herbert's strength. Thanks to 2090, I was able to try doing electronics. I remember originally wanting to do programming, when I joined, but I think I ended up joining the electronics team, which ended up being a great opportunity for me. I hadn't thought about doing electronics before, and I really enjoyed it. So since then, you know, after joining 2090, I was able to get lots of scholarships. Basically didn't really have to pay for college, which was fantastic. And I guess for current 2090 students, I would say, always explore new things. You never know what you'll find interest in. I had no clue, about anything electronics. Originally I wanted to do programming. I took AP Computer Science, so I was very set on doing programming, but I ended up trying electronics. I ended up loving it.
Hey, Mr. Dengler. Congrats on retiring. I'm Lauren Hu, in case you forgot, and I'm working on satellite design as an electrical engineer in Los Angeles now. And I definitely would not be here without you and Punahou Robotics, so thanks for inspiring me during my time on the team and pointing me towards an engineering degree for undergrad. And I mostly did fabrication on 2090, so pro tip for current students, don't wear long sleeves near the drill press unless you want a really awesome scar.
Hey, Mr. Dengler. Congratulations on your retirement. When we last spoke, I was in Hawaii job searching, but currently I'm in my new apartment in Champaign, Illinois. Ever since joining your robotics team way back in the 5th grade, you've really steered my life to where I am now. Not only instilling in me an interest in STEM, but some very core virtues like teamwork, responsibility, perseverance, and eventually the ability to accept losing. Although that was mostly due to Waialua, but...
Some of my fondest memories from high school have to do with my time in robotics, and I have you to thank for that, Mr. Dengler. Mr. Dengler, you taught me how to advocate not just for myself, but also for others, as well as the importance of teamwork, not just in robotics, but also just in life in general. If I were to impart some advice onto the current members of Team 2090, it would be to enjoy your time in robotics and in high school, and to appreciate your team and the people that make it up, but also to not be afraid to stand up for yourself as well as others.
Hi, I'm John Zarez, Punahou class of 2017. Currently, I'm a sophomore studying mechanical engineering at the Olin College.
And I'm Justin. I'm a senior studying engineering with physics at Olin College. And next year I'll be going into a PhD program in nuclear science and engineering at MIT.
So we both go way back with Punahou Robotics. I started when I was in 6th grade. I started in 7th grade. And we really appreciate 2090 because of all of the great mentors and friends we were able to make. It was an environment really conducive to good learning. And more than the robots that we made, we're going to cherish the memories that we had tackling difficult challenges while being goofy along the way and having a really good time.
2090 was my first exposure to the different kinds of engineering, and it was participating in robotics at Punahou that convinced me that I wanted to be an engineer.
For me, 2090 gave me great exposure to relevant technical tools, as well as a mindset to tackle novel challenges. And it allowed me to make really great friends along the way. And I don't think I would be even close to where I am today without robotics.
Mr. Dengler, we're both incredibly grateful for all that you've done, not just for 2090, but for robotics in the entire state. As people who have undeniably benefited from all your hard work, we know that your impact is wide-reaching and long-lasting.
Hey, Mr. Dengler. Congratulations on the retirement, and thank you for everything that you've done over the years. So, hey everyone else who might be watching this. You might have seen me at this year's regional, but if you don't remember, my name is William Kwok. I graduated from Punahou in 2016, and currently I go to the University of Washington, majoring in informatics with a focus in software development. I learned some time management skills and how to finish something I said I would finish on time rather than 4 weeks late after throwing whatever I had done at the time into a bag. I learned why documentation was actually important and not just a thing for Chairman's Award. I learned the power of diverse mindsets. I developed public speaking skills.
I remember I always wanted to take your engineering classes in middle school, and when I heard about the robotics team, I just wanted to join that when I was in high school. And I learned a lot about machining and and by the end of my high school career, I became one of the lead fabricators. And being on the 2090 team taught me how to lead and how to work with different people. And it also just gave me an environment that made me push myself to strive for success. And, that's what made me the kind of person that I am today.
Hi, Mr. Dengler. This is Christopher Slider. I'm recording this just after my graduation from RIT, the Rochester Institute of Technology, where I got a dual degree bachelor's and master's in electrical engineering with a concentration in robotics. The path I'm on now is really solidified by my time on Team 2090, where my interest in electrical engineering and robotics really started to develop. Without the support that you gave to the team and myself specifically, there's just no way that I'd be where I am now. Congratulations on your retirement. It's well deserved. One day I hope to be able to influence young lives like you did mine. Thanks.
I joined the robotics team at Punahou in 2011 when I first started attending the school. And for my last 2 years on the team, I was the electrical team captain. One of the things I'm most proud of that I did during my time there was make the electronics testing board. And I'm still receiving pictures of it in use today, 4 years later. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for the role that you played and the support that you gave me when I was on the robotics team. It definitely played a role in where I am now, and so I'm very appreciative.
I started going to robotics meetings at Punahou long before I joined the team, and even before I went to the school, but you were always so welcoming to me. I know that my experiences with you were not unique, but it's impossible for us to understand all that you did. We know what you did for robotics in Hawaii, but for each and every student, you spent individual time, and that's what I'm so appreciative of. I've always known that I wanted to go into engineering, but it was only from the robotics team and from your help that I learned exactly what I wanted to do, and for that, I thank you.
And I was able to develop all this knowledge because of one person who's sitting somewhere in front of this screen. Thank you, Mr. Dengler, for everything that you do and that you've provided everyone else. Mr. Dengler, I hope that the goals that you have in the coming years will come to be realized. And I hope that you know that you as an individual have really fostered the potential in thousands of students, especially those who are and have been on 2090. We're going to go on to do some great things, right, everyone? So let's give it up for the person that helped bring change to the future. Thanks, Mr. Dengler. I'll see you around.
I really cherished my time with 2090 and with the robotics people, and I want to thank you, Mr. Dengler.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dengler. Thank you for all you've done for robotics at Punahou and advancing, STEM.
You've not only pushed us far, but the lives of countless other students from Hawaii, and that's something that anyone can appreciate. So we just like to say mahalo for all that you've done, Mr. Dengler.
I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for the 2090 team and everyone in it.
Congratulations on retiring, Mr. Dengler. Have a great retirement. Take care.
So congratulations, Mr. Dengler, on your retirement.
Best of luck and congratulations.
That's my